We've talked a handful of times in this class about making a new product or a new business is so difficult. Here's just a list of some of the reasons why. Some examples are bad timing. Products have come out too early. I gave you the example earlier about my craft beer, how we came out earlier. There's lots and lots of examples of companies that have actually launched and then they fail, and then a year later another company that's the exact same thing basically launches and it becomes super successful. Timing is really important. I want you to watch the video down below of Keurig. Like Keurig, they made the Coke machine. This is like a few years ago now, but one of my good friends, he actually works there, or worked there at the time when he told me about it, and it was such a massive failure that they actually refunded 100% of their customers, gave everybody the money back because it was such a disappointment. So make sure you watch the video about how terrible it is. That's the idea that like it's not solving a problem. Why would you make a product that doesn't solve a problem? You always have to know, is this product actually solving a problem? If it doesn't solve a problem, it's pointless. Don't do it. And then the last one, of course, is just poor quality. Sometimes the quality is just not good, it's crap, and people aren't gonna buy a product. As I said, marketing is not about exploiting people. Marketing is about giving them products that work. And if you don't have a good product, even if you have the best marketing, you're gonna go out of business and you're gonna fail. You have to have good quality products. It's the heart of every good marketing plan. Have you heard of the video website Threadless? Threadless is a fantastic website. They make t-shirts, they make a few other products. Again, the video's down below. I want you to watch it. It's such a great idea. I think these are the smartest people in the whole world. They have the most ingenious business plan. The idea is this, is artists, designers go to the website, they design clothes, they design things, the customers vote on them, the best ones then get produced, and then the customers buy the ones that they voted and sold them to produce. The idea is this is why I love this concept, is because the customer is involved with everything. The customers submit the drawings. The customers vote on the best drawings. And so the reason I share this with you is because the more you can have the customer involved in your new product development process, the more opportunity you have to be successful. You always want them involved in everything you do. You don't want to cut them out. And so you should actually have checkpoints. Come with idea generation, we go to our customers look at it, they like it, then we go to the next step. And then we do a little bit more, and then we go to our customers, they look at it, okay, we go to the next step. And each step we go down, the customers always look at it and they check it and they make sure it's okay. The more we can involve the customer in the whole process of product development, the higher we have of being successful. But yet here's the problem. Most companies don't do this. We always hear about R&D, R&D, R&D. R&D doesn't mean customers. You need to think of what customers want. Your job is to serve the customers, not the factories, not whatever supply chain you have. You always want to serve the customers. What is the most important thing for the customers? It doesn't mean the customer is always right. It means you want to make products that the customers need, and you're meeting those needs. You're solving the problems that they have in their lives. If they don't have a problem, then don't build something to solve something that's not there. So the last bit here, this is actually from my own personal experience. I'm just gonna give you a few notes for those of you that wanna get into building your own products, or maybe you have your own business ideas. So these are a few things that I've learned from my past experience launching new products. The first one, do you wanna be a big fish in a small pond, a small fish in a big pond? I think personally, when you're starting a new business or a new product, you wanna look at smaller ponds so you can be the big fish. It doesn't mean that's always the best way, but oftentimes it's really hard when you go into a market that's really big. With Kath and Jim, we went into the skincare market that was flipping enormous, and it's taken us years to get off the ground. Where when we did our hops, we were in a very small pond, and we were a big player because it was such a small pond, and we actually started making money right away. Unfortunately, the pond was a little too small, but the idea is still the same. This goes on to the next two, sort of like make sure there's money, you gotta make sure there is enough money, and then make sure that you can be a leader eventually. And the reason I think about being a leader is you wanna know that, can you scale to the moon? I always think of, if you're gonna build something, you wanna know that if it works, you could build the next big, huge, massive Google, the next Ford, the next 3M. You wanna know that if it works, you can scale it to the moon. You can be a billionaire. Because here's the thing that would just suck. You come up with an awesome idea, and it works, and it's amazing, and people love it. But here's the problem. You can't scale it. It can't get bigger. It's just stuck. And if that happens, now you did all that time, all that energy, and you're not gonna get paid for it. You're not gonna get the reward that you deserve for being such a genius and such a groundbreaker in whatever industry you choose to be in. The last thing, always remember, what's your competitive advantage? Why is someone buying your product? If you can't answer that question, you need to dig deeper. You need to understand your customers better. Why are they buying your product? If you need to always be able to think of that, what is your competitive advantage? So by the end of today's class, it was a super massive class. We talked about a lot of things, but as I said, I broke it down to something really simple for today's class. The goal of the class today was just to identify what a service is. What are those 4 unique characteristics that come with a service? And once you understand those, then you can start the next steps of thinking, should we develop services? Should we develop products? What really is the difference? And that's sort of the core of product development.